OpenAI shuts down a spammer after 80,000 messages escaped detection. The U.S. bank regulator is hacked. Operation Endgame aims to cut off the hacker ecosystem from both sides. A new rat that can wreck Windows, and a WordPress bug affecting 100,000 sites goes from announcement to attack in hours. This is Cybersecurity Today. I'm your host, Jim Love. Spammers have exploited OpenAI's GPT language model to send over 80,000 unsolicited messages that bypassed spam filters, according to a report by Ars Technica. This campaign, active for 4 months, utilized a tool called AkiraBot to generate unique messages tailored to each recipient, allowing them to evade detection systems. AkiraBot is a Python-based framework that automates mass messaging to promote dubious search engine optimization services to small and medium-sized websites. It employs OpenAI's Chat API, specifically the GPT-4o mini model, to craft individualized messages for each targeted site. This customization likely contributed to the messages slipping past filters designed to block identical content. The spammers also implemented techniques to bypass CAPTCHA systems, which are designed to distinguish between human users and automated bots. By mimicking legitimate user behavior and utilizing proxy services, AkiraBot was able to evade these protective measures. Upon being alerted to this misuse, OpenAI revoked the spammer's account, but the activity had been already persisting for several months. This incident underscores the challenges in proactively detecting and preventing the malicious use of advanced language models. What did it take to get past OpenAI's guardrails? Well, here's the prompt. You are a helpful assistant that generates marketing messages. The exploitation of AI tools like ChatGPT for generating personalized spam highlights the evolving tactics of cybercriminals and the need for continuous advancements in cybersecurity measures to counteract these threats. The U.S. Office of the Comptroller of the Currency, OCC, reported a cybersecurity breach involving unauthorized access to emails of its executives and employees. This was discovered on February 11th, and the breach was publicly disclosed approximately 2 weeks later. The compromised emails contained highly sensitive information concerning the financial condition of federally regulated financial institutions. The OCC attributed the breach to long-standing organizational and structural vulnerabilities within its information technology infrastructure. In response, the agency initiated a comprehensive review of its IT security policies and procedures to enhance the defenses against future cyber threats. Acting Comptroller of the Currency Rodney E. Hood emphasized the need for accountability regarding the system failures that permitted the breach. Specific details about the exploited vulnerabilities and the identity of the perpetrators have not been disclosed, but Bloomberg reported that the hackers had access to more than 150,000 emails from June 2023 until earlier this year. The compromised information is particularly sensitive as it pertains to the financial health of institutions regulated by the OCC. Unauthorized access to such data could have significant implications for the stability and trust in the financial sector. The OCC has not provided further specifics on the nature of the data accessed or the methods used by the attackers. As for who masterminded the incident, our own David Shipley said in an interview that whoever it is really audacious to go after the Department of the Treasury, and he reminds us that this is where the Secret Service lives, and the Secret Service investigates financial cybercrime. Shipley goes on to say, in his inimitable fashion, "You are poking one of the best-resourced bears on the planet." But that should tell you something. Someone felt bold enough to pull this off, and pulled it off for a long time. And that, says Shipley, should scare people. Frankly, we hope the bear pokes back. As part of what was termed Operation Endgame, international law enforcement agencies have arrested a Burnaby, British Columbia resident accused of operating a vast network of infected computers used to distribute malware. The arrest, announced by the Royal Canadian Mounted Police, the RCMP, is one of several global actions targeting not just the creators of malware services, but also their customers. marking a major shift in how cybercrime could be prosecuted. Operation Endgame is a sweeping joint effort involving Canada, the United States, and 5 European countries. Authorities have focused on dismantling major malware loaders, automated systems that deliver ransomware and other malicious tools, but now they're going further. Investigators have started charging individuals who used services like the smoke loader botnet to deploy attacks. Many of you will know this, but for those who don't, these large criminal gangs act like franchises. They develop the tools to use in attacks, and they provide the means to collect ransoms, usually in Bitcoin, but they rely on a network of individuals who actually perform the attacks. They're the front edge of the attack surface. And unlike the major gangs who often hide in countries that protect them, like Russia or China or others, the individuals that are out there instigating these attacks are often within the reach of law enforcement. It's still a major piece of police work to find and prosecute these individuals. But as Superintendent McIntosh of the RCMP's Federal Policing Cybercrime Investigative Team said, this investigation is a clear example of the global reach and cooperation needed to tackle transnational cybercrime. And before you feel sorry for these individuals, the Burnaby suspect allegedly controlled thousands of compromised systems that could be activated to spread malware. Their operation linked directly into the broader infrastructure used by cybercrime networks targeted in Endgame. By pursuing both the suppliers and the users of malware tools, police hope to shrink the cybercrime ecosystem from both ends. And the message is clear. Buying access to these services could now land you in the same legal jeopardy as building them. This evolution in enforcement could alter the risk calculation for anyone considering paying to launch a ransomware or malware campaign. A new version of the Neptune rat, remote access Trojan, has surfaced on GitHub with capabilities so destructive that security experts warn it could destroy the Windows operating system. The malware bypasses standard security tools, exfiltrates credentials from hundreds of applications, and includes ransomware features to boot. According to a report by cybersecurity firm Cyfirma, the updated Neptune rat is now being widely distributed through Telegram, YouTube, and underground marketplaces. Promoted with phrases like the most advanced rat, the malware includes a crypto clipper, credential stealer, ransomware module, and real-time desktop monitoring. Its credential theft capabilities are especially alarming. It can extract and decrypt saved login data from over 270 applications, including popular Chromium-based browsers such as Google Chrome, Brave, Opera, Yandex, and Komodo Dragon. The malware scrapes credentials from local storage, decrypts them, and transmits the data to attacker-controlled servers. Cyfirma classifies this version of Neptune rat as an extremely serious threat due to its advanced anti-analysis features and ability to maintain long-term persistence on infected systems. Once installed, the malware grants remote control to attackers, potentially leading to total system compromise or destruction. Compounding concerns, the public version may be a more stripped-down release. Cyfirma notes hints of a more powerful variant available behind a paywall, marketed under the guise of cybersecurity training. I haven't been able to dig up great defenses for this rat variant yet. I presume making sure we're running the best in endpoint security and keeping up to date and watching for more news on this topic is probably a good idea. If there is someone out there who has more information on this, kindly get in touch. A critical authentication bypass vulnerability in the AutoKit WordPress plugin, was formerly known as SureTriggers, is being actively exploited by hackers, but just mere hours after its public disclosure. The plugin, which facilitates connections between various tools like WooCommerce, MailChimp, and Google Sheets, is installed on approximately 100,000 websites. And the vulnerabilities identified as CVE 2025-3102 affects all versions up to 1.0.78. It arises from a missing empty value check in the Authenticate user function, which handles the REST API authentication. If the plugin's not configured with an API key, the secret key remains empty, allowing attackers to send an empty st_authorization header to gain unauthorized access to protected API endpoints. This flaw enables the creation of a new administrator account without authentication, posing a significant risk of site takeover. WordFence, a WordPress security firm, reported the issue to the plugin vendor on April 3rd, leading to the release of a patched version 1.0.79 on the same day. Despite the availability of the fix, attackers began exploiting the vulnerability within hours of its disclosure. PatchStack, another security platform, observed the first recorded exploitation attempt just 4 hours after the vulnerability was made public. Administrators using AutoKit SureTriggers plugins are strongly advised to update to version 1.0.79 immediately. Additionally, it's crucial to review user accounts for unauthorized additions, inspect logs for unexpected activities, and ensure that security settings have not been altered. Prompt action is necessary to mitigate the risk of unauthorized access and potential site compromise. But even if you don't have this plugin, this is an object lesson in how fast we're moving from announcement to attack in critical vulnerabilities. Get patching. And that's our show for today. You can reach me at editorial@technewsday.ca. You can find me on LinkedIn, many people do, or if you're watching the YouTube version of this, you can leave a comment just under the video. I'm your host, Jim Love. Thanks for listening.